Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 7th February 2024, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It wakes up the algorithm and helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates. Afterwards, we also have some time to answer your questions, so please put them here in the chat. But before we start now with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. How are you today? Not
Hey,
alone, I'm back.
DC. Yeah,
More
welcome
fun.
back. I hope you feel better. I hope you're well again.
Yeah,
Cool.
happy to
Now,
be
all good
back.
here. Yeah.
News show always happening something, and also today, we had a couple of topics, and I will propose we show the headlines, and then you can start with the content.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Here are your headlines, DC.
Yeah, main title of the show is the integration of MetaChain on a central exchange, Bitrue. They listed the VAN token and will list DFI. Then we have our MetaChain projects and their updates, notable mentions, community projects and updates, and last but not least, the future dates. So what's happening next year on the channel. But let us have a look. MetaChain integration on Bitrue. Maybe you can summarize when it started, what's the background, and what happened.
Happy to do so. So, like you saw on the thumbnail already, it says Bitrue or the logo of Bitrue exchange opens for DMC. How does this all start? We made a CFP quite a while ago, so the DeFi MetaChain projects that said they want to list a token on a centralized exchange. And we said, would it not be fantastic if everything starts to list DFI on a centralized exchange, especially in the version that we use here on DeFi MetaChain, that people don't have the burden to go through the Light Wallet or through Cake or KuCoin and then on the Light Wallet and from Light Wallet up to MetaMask. But is everything a little bit burdensome? So we said, direct exchange listing with this new token would be absolutely fantastic. CFP was approved by the community quite a while ago. A certain amount of DFI, the CFP, we're going to link it into the show notes if you want to have a closer look. Then we had a problem, price went down, market rates for exchange listings went up, and we were kind of investigating who wants to work with us. Bittrex said, yeah, let's do that. And then after more or less an agreement was found, Bittrex said, we are closing our doors. So it was back to square. So we all put the heads together, strongly supported by Vanilla Labs. And we said, okay, what are the options? Finally, Bitrue came out as the lucky winner or future possible partner. And then after the negotiations, they said they want to do that. And yeah, so was it done? And the cool thing is, the Vanilla Labs team jumped extremely fast on the whole story and said, okay, let's list the VAN token first. So congratulations to their listing. And next is the DFI token. And then sooner or later, also the Jeff token from Project Jeffsphere. That means Tuesday, 10 a.m. UTC. So that's, quite a couple of hours ago. Yesterday, the VAN token was listed, made a little bit increase in price. Well done. You said they went up 50% or something like this yesterday. And I think that's a really big step because we want to make access to DMC easier for people outside. For us old hardcore DeFiChain users, it's maybe not such a big problem, but for somebody who comes in and is interested in the great new projects, they just want to have it as simple as possible. And that's why this step was so important. And now everybody can just enter via MetaMask. And Kyugi was also involved again to do a little bit technical support because we are Ethereum virtual machine compatible, but at the end it is DeFi MetaChain and not Ethereum chain. Yeah, all fantastic. Seems to work quite well, or very well actually. I haven't heard any complaints. And yeah, enjoy Bitrue. If you haven't done yet, maybe it's time to check them out and have a closer look.
Yeah, it's a really huge step for us to make it easier because MetaMask is known in the space, and now you can explain everyone go to Bitrue, buy VAN or DFI. do a withdrawal, put in your DMC address, and you have the funds. Before you had to explain, okay, buy DFI on native site, transfer it into a light wallet, you have to download it, then there's a button, send, it's a transfer domain. Too complicated, now it's just easy.
It's a long story to explain already how it works, and it's even longer if you do it. And maybe one information, because there was a misunderstanding in the past, the community fund or the community funding that was given was used to list the DFI and kind of to take care of the infrastructure, to connect the chain and everything. The projects that gonna get listed or have been listed, like Vanilla Labs, they pay for the integration of their token by themselves. I think it's very important just to keep that clean, that the community doesn't have the feeling they subsidize a token that they maybe don't want to buy, right? So this is very important to mention. Cool.
Thanks
that's
for
it.
the update.
DC.
Then we are coming from entrance or gateway to MetaChain to the projects. Disclaimer, like usually, we are just talking about the projects. Do your own research before putting money into the projects. It's not a kind of proven from our side. We just collect information we see out there and provide it to you. And now, let's talk about what happened this week on our MetaChain projects.
Yeah, a lot actually. So let me start with JeffSphere. JeffSphere, we launched our third, or we are planning to launch our third product. It was announced. It's going to be called TradeX. So we've got StakeX and now we've got TradeX. What is TradeX? TradeX is a user interface where you can trade our D tokens. Before, you had to do this on the native layer with the Light Wallet, what worked very well. But now if you're on the DMC, there are two issues. First of all, there are not many D tokens around. Even on decentralized exchanges, there are some D token. Liquidity is quite low at the moment. So we try to solve two problems here. A very simple user interface that you can use on as a web app or then also on a mobile app or on your tablet. And the second thing that we try to solve is that you buy the token on the DMC, but we use the liquidity of our original DEX on the native layer. So you have big liquidity pools, and the token gets transferred up and down between the two layers. So that's actually the special thing about it. And why do we do this? We hope that the D tokens get used much easier. People have DUSD on the MetaChain layer, and then if they want to go into D token, they don't have to go back to the native layer. I think that's quite a neat solution. When is this going to happen? Latest before the end of February, and we're going to start with a buy functionality. So the sell functionality is coming immediately after. So not that we get complaints here, you provide a buy functionality, but then I cannot sell a D token anymore. No, this is also coming, but we want that more people jump on it and test it on the main layer, just to get feedback how everything works. There's no risk involved. Testing is going to start pretty soon on the testnet anyway. Second thing, we announced our Jeff liquidity burn event, or community distribution as we call it. Why do we need this? Because we want to hand out the Jeff token to interested people out there who want to participate in the project. Why do we call it liquidity burn event? Because you send your DUSD or your DFI, you get Jeff in return, and these tokens that you contribute, they're going to go into a liquidity pool, and the liquidity tokens, the liquidity provider token, the LPs, they get burned. So that means the liquidity is added, and then nobody's got access to rewards in these pools. So we don't have them and nobody else have, and they act as a liquidity pool that you can start trading with higher liquidity. Higher liquidity keeps pool stable. So that's the interesting story behind that. But if you want to know more, there's a video. We're going to link it in the show notes. So enough about JeffSphere. Let's jump over to Million Pixel DFI. Absolutely fantastic project. They have this digital wallpaper with 1 million pixel, and you can purchase your pixel. So if you haven't done yet, that's your chance. The 31st project actually made a footprint on the wall. It was Bitbar. Bitbar is a project, as much as I know, it's a steel container where you can engrave, or you choose letters, and then you can put your seed phrase in there, and you can store it, and it's waterproof, fireproof, nearly indestructible. And yeah, they used the space to advertise for the project. It's a nice combination, and another one for the million pixel DFI family. Octo DeFi, Lars Berger made a video about the upcoming Octo DeFi DAO. It's a German video. Lars, fantastic project. And we're gonna link the Twitter or the tweet, of course, also in the show note. There was also a blog post about the Spotlight, in the Spotlight program where they joined. And yeah, check it out. Cool project. They're gonna they promised already to put a lot more utility on their cute Octo, on the Octopussy. So yeah, if you have one, I'm really looking forward to the project this year. And then last but not least, no, actually we've got 3 more in planning. So if people say there's nothing happening, Crypto Factor started with his first pre-sale and it was completed. 20,000 DFI were raised in 45 minutes. Congratulations, Crypto Factor. And he will also have a X Space with the DeFiChain Labs team. As I read, it was rescheduled. So do you know when it was planned? Last week? Somewhere?
This week
Sometime.
was planned, but
Okay.
something happened, and now it's rescheduled to their date.
Okay,
No.
understand. And stage 2 of his pre-sale is also scheduled for the 8th of February. So that means actually for tomorrow in Germany. Check out the link in the show notes there. DC is gonna put the link to the tweet in there for sure. Then we've got another one, Atlantis NFT Marketplace. This is gonna be then our first NFT marketplace on DMC, or actually all over DeFiChain. We never had a marketplace, and you can then also trade your DSD bonds there. That's gonna be a nice addition for the bonds program. And yeah, really looking forward to see a little bit more. And then we've got a new project that we don't know a lot about. It's called TNT World. They will launch an NFT cash flow ecosystem. They're gonna start with DFI cash flow collections. So they are planning to mint 2,000 NFTs. They're gonna be unlocked over time. They're gonna start with 110 NFTs. And it looks like that these NFTs gonna earn cash flow. And how do they fuel it? They have most likely a couple of 10 years locked masternodes, and this is where the rewards are going to come from. Really exciting to hear about that more over the next couple of weeks and months. Yodisi, that's it about ongoing and future projects on DeFiChain.
Update from 1 week. If your project is missing, we have a Telegram group where you can post the updates. You made a kind of cleanup here, so there were some names from pretty old projects that were removed.
Yeah,
but
there was stuff inside that nobody was working on for a long time. So the groups are half as big now than before.
But if the new projects are missing there, reach us out and we will add you, and then you can just put your content for us to be mentioned here, and you are part then of the show. Good. Notable mentions, our next category every week. So this is the smaller things happening around DeFiChain. What's this week in this category?
Yeah, so if you missed the X Space, there was an X Space with Stably and the current CFP. So they're promoting kind of a stable coin to enter DMC easier. Check that out, that you understand better what they're planning to do. And then in general, we have a couple of DFIPs and CFPs ongoing. There is one special DFIP in the last week's news show. I spoke a little bit more about that. A special DFIP about the community fund diversification. Check that out. It's still time to vote if you own a masternode. I think also on Cake, it's the possibility if you've frozen some DFI, then you can vote there. I think this is going to end tonight. But for the masternode, you've got also time to until tomorrow. Yeah, there are, how many have we got now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 DFIPs that are ongoing, and we've got 3 CFPs that are ongoing. Most of them are going to be closed in March or even later in April, but the special DFIP is gonna be over pretty soon. Yeah, links are gonna be in the show notes, but or there's also a blog post about all the ongoing votings for March. So a lot happening. So if you have the chance to vote, if you're a Cake customer with frozen DFI or you own a masternode, then it's your chance. Take part and influence the future way of DeFiChain.
Yeah, do it. Then the oldies but goldies community projects, which are not really related to MetaChain, but still there and still participate in our ecosystem. What happened on this side?
Absolutely. A project that is here more or less every week now, DEX Trading Masters. They have the DEX Trading Master Competition 5th edition. They call it Repack edition. Last one was Man Against Machine. Now it's Repack edition. They have 2 double baggers already, Man of the Woods and Voyager are leading again. So they doubled the pot already. They are doing really well. I think there were a lot of smart moves to be made last week. There was earnings season of Facebook and Palantir. And these are the things that you can really benefit from because you can kind of front run the normal market, and then the price actually adjusts when the stock exchange is opening. Average gain after 2 weeks, 31.6%. Holy moly, that's really impressive. And the interesting thing is that the average average number of transactions of the top 5 in this competition, 229 transactions. So some people are trading really a lot, and the other ones only 62. That's 3 times. That's only a third of the transactions.
Third or fourth, factor 4 nearly.
Yeah, nearly. It's crazy. So it seems if you trade more, you are a lucky winner. Of course, you have to have the time as well. Yeah. Another cool thing, they are also working together with the core development team to clean up the D-token system. There have been a couple of tickets have been removed, or the rewards have been removed, and new D-token have been added. They are already visible on the DEX. What hasn't happened yet, the rewards haven't been added. That's also the reason why the pools are pretty small. So the core development team is working on this, and hopefully this is going to be finished soon, because then this ticker can be traded and can be used also from everybody out there. A really cool project that we really like is the Tentacle Club. It's running for quite a long time already, and they have meetups around the world, more or less. Of course, most are in and around Germany. Hamburg is on Thursday, is a meeting on Hamburg, on Friday in Oberhausen, and next Friday it's in Dresden. So if you want to know where's a meetup around me, go to their website, letsmeet.org, events.tentacles.club, and they're also planning a golf tournament for the Tentacle guys. I love this idea because it's not a virtual activity, it's something in real world, and what's better than meeting like-minded people and have a beer together.
Yeah, great idea. Then we are nearly at the end for today with all the updates. Let us have a look into the future. So what's happening next?
Yeah, so next week, like always, Wednesday is news show time, same station. And then there's a tech talk planned for quite a while. If Prasanna's back from his trip, then on the 15th of February, it's gonna happen finally. Yeah. Big tech talk, I think DMC was the topic. I think there's so much more to be discussed.
We will see what he brings in his bag regarding the tech. Yeah, looking forward to this a long time ago, and I think it will be interesting to see what's planned for this year and what's happening in the background. Mark, thanks for covering all the topics today. We still have a couple of minutes, so if the one or other has a question, please put them here in the chat. And thanks for joining here live. Give us a like on the show, and see you then next week here on the channel with the news show. Have a great time.
Absolutely. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye. So, DC, tell me what's going on here. I click for you and DC is here. No,
Yeah,
what a
sure.
surprise.
This week I'm back.
Update time. Yeah, it's always update time. Hansan is here, man from the woods. Actually, the champion of the DEX Trading Masters.
Yeah.
His fingers must be bloody from all the trades. Well done, well played. No doubts, the USD. Why did you just sell Palantir? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Hanson was shorting Palantir, or I don't know what happened here in the background.
The answer is in the chat here, to buy cheaper again.
Okay. Good, understand it. Then Payana Vasuki says, hi, Fabio is here. Hey, Fabio, I hope you feel better. Fabio was also a bit under the weather. I think everybody's getting sick at the moment. DC is crazy. Absolutely.
Winter in Europe, huh?
Winter in Europe, yeah. And then we've got Hanson again. Okay, now we understand to buy again cheaper. Okay, cool trade. Let's see. I think he's won a couple of times already. He seems to be hard to beat. If you want to know more about Hanson, he was in a fireside chat recently, lives in Prague, and told us a little bit about his story, how he ended up in the DEX trading team, what their vision and mission is. And like we said, there's I think maybe I kind of missed that before. There's an X-Space also planned with Liam about their project where you can learn more. Most likely Alex is gonna be there, or no idea who's gonna join, but that's gonna be really, really interesting.
We will remember next week. I think it's in 2 weeks planned.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. No further questions. Then we can say goodbye. Have a great time. See you next week.
Stay
Try
cool.
out. And yeah, looking forward what's happening here on DeFiChain and MetaChain layer.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.